Welcome everybody for another Company Furious 3cast. This time it's me, Herr Blaut, here playing as the DAK, and I play against a US Forces player. And I would like to anticipate that this game made me laugh quite a lot because I just saw the biggest blob I've ever seen in my entire Company Furious career, which quite mean a thing. And with that, let's take a look what both players are doing. So I am opening with Panzer Grenadiers, which is a funny side fact because I mean the Panzer Grenadier squad, take a look at that, are dedicated to be the anti-infantry mainline infantry of the DAK, whereas the Panzer Pioneer squads are dedicated to be a support squad. Isn't that interesting? Because the current meta is just to spam the Panzer Pioneer squads and equip them with flamethrowers. Never mind. Okay, so unfortunately the US Forces player played Pathfinders and he arrived at this building before I did, because I was having the exact same plan to just run to this building as fast as I can. Afterwards, if there's no enemy unit in the remote area, just instantly leave it and kept this point. So the very same thing as he just did. However, he was a little bit faster. And now he is scouting the main line, or the front line, and sees, okay, nothing to be worried about, and he's going for my cutoff. In the meantime, he is already having, alright, 3 Pathfinders and 1 Engineer. I think that's a wise choice because he can equip the Engineer with a flamethrower. So if I get access to this house, or the house over here, then he can force me out using the flamethrower. Yeah, and as you can see, I'm going for the 3rd Panzer Grenadier, since some of you may know that I don't quite like meta play. I mean, I have to confess that I also use it from time to time, just to take a look for the current state of the game. However, most of the time I refuse to use the early release meta because I think it's quite a cheesy way to play the game. It's not a good way to practice proper gameplay at the moment. I mean, after some balance patches, maybe playing meta could be okay, I guess. If we then still see meta, that's another thing. Alright, so anyways, yeah. We don't see a engineer spam with flamethrowers from me, and we don't see a pizza tank spam. We also don't see huge abuse of several 8-rad armored cars with Marders. However, I think that this strat actually is future-proof. I mean, 8-rad armored cars with Marders, I think that's a clean way to go for. So we don't see it in this game. Instead, I decided to go for a full Panzer Grenadier build, since I already was amused that I was seeing the Pathfinders. And I wanted to give it a try to fight the Pathfinder and airborne spam with way more expensive mainline infantry units, which are at the same time not even that strong, actually. I think that's something they should fix. The Panzer Grenadiers are just underperforming, in my opinion. Okay, now we see his flamethrower. That is the wise choice I just talked about earlier. And he's going for my cutoff. That's also a good idea. I have to instantly get out of this building. I think, okay, let's go for the cutoff as well, even though it's not cutting off that many resources of him because he's not having map control, interestingly. As we can see, even though I'm playing the Panzer Grenadiers, I just have 3 Panzer Grenadiers and 1 of the Pioneer squads, so having map control, and that is maybe due to the incident that I occupied the house over here a minute earlier, where he was standing behind this wall. He lost his engagement over there. And now he's playing an MG, and yeah, it's maybe how long is it out already? I have no idea. Maybe 1 minute or so, and it's not that effective. AFK? Now it's fighting, okay. It's fine. Used a attack move command, that's good choice. And as we can see, it's already starting the unholy spam of death. So I mean, at this point it's still quite a regular meta play, despite from the MG actually. Or Pathfinders into airborne rangers is, yeah, pretty much meta. Despite from the MG, it would have been maybe more meta if you would have been going for a sniper. Never mind. Now the call-ins are ready. And what am I going for? I'm going for the Panzerjägers, even though, as you can see, I tagged for the fire support elements, which could have granted me access to the anti-tank gun. However, in this case, I thought, okay, I mean, he already spammed so much infantry. Oh no, I lost my flammer. Yeah, I remember that. That was quite bad. Yeah, and that was why I decided to go for this group instead, because yeah, these guys are dedicated to be anti-tank squads. However, at the same time, they can do a little bit against infantry as well. So I thought, yeah, maybe this is a better idea at the moment. And at the same time, I was not quite sure whether he will go for vehicles, because I mean, now I hear the plane again, and you heard it as well. And this is just a hint for that he's not having enough manpower left to actually go for a vehicle, right? I mean, yeah, now he's already having 2 of the paratroopers, as well as, okay, the counter wipe, that's nice. 3 Pathfinders and 1 of these, oh god, captains, yeah. I mean, he could go for a... Ah, okay, now he's building a vehicle indeed. Oh, it's a flak half-track, and I mean, yeah, as I just said, these guys are dedicated to be anti-tank, so I think I'm fine with them. More or less. So, just to update my intention, why to go for the Panzer Grenadiers. As you can see, I immediately choose the 6-man squad, or the 6-model squad upgrade. And most likely the intention was to go for another Panzer Grenadier soon. And there we see the first minor blob of the game. Oh, it's already a little bit diluted. Blob retreat! Yes! Let's go! Yeah, I mean, so far he's not even playing that badly. I mean, the MG is a little bit ineffective. I think it's having too much idle time. But at the same time, I think yeah, I mean, it's not that a big deal at the moment, I guess, because I mean he's having not the very best map control, but he's having half of the map. Let's see for how long. Yeah, and I mean, he built the Flamer instead of just spamming full Pathfinders, which is a good idea, I guess. Yeah, and here I realized, okay, he went for my cutoff, so maybe if I would like to reach this view, maybe I can take this this ammunition point and then go for the view with this one. Or more on that later. Okay, see some repairs. And interestingly, that's off meter actually. He decided to upgrade his paratroopers with the M1919 light machine gun. That's interesting to see, because usually we just insta see the, especially against the DIK, the upgrade with the Zooks. Because usually DIK players obviously yeah, tend to spam light and medium vehicles. So that's quite a dangerous choice. The moment he's not having that much anti-tank. I mean, he's not having any anti-tank. Yeah, minute 11, and we already see the T4 for the DIK. Yeah. And I did notice it already, however, a little bit later I was like, what the fuck, he just built an MG. A bunker over here. Incredible. I don't know whether I even saw something like that once already. So, actually I like that. Oh, I'm hitting the mine, that's bad. And interestingly, he's not even upgrading that with the flak gun. So I think it's just about to use this for reinforcement, stuff like that. Isn't it? Maybe the medical conversion? No? Huh. Maybe it's just lacking the ammunition, I have no idea. Because I mean, he got the M1990, and I mean, these are not for free. And he already upgraded his bunker, which also I guess costs like 50 ammunition, or how much? No idea. Alright, so no flak half-track conversion so far. And we see the second coin. I decided to go for the Panzerjägers again. This actually was intentionally, surprisingly, because I choose the armored support doctrine, and I already have the salvage kits. So the intention was to just do some of these 250s and convert them into 5 fuels. Now he's having map control. Fought me back. Well done. Alright, and we see 4 Panzer Grenadiers with LMGs and 2 Panzerjägers. And I think that's the third paratrooper squad, isn't it? 1, 2, 3. So there's 3 Pathfinders. The captain MG over here, so he's trying to deny the map for me using the MGs over here. And now he is using a major and a minor blob over here. Ah, nice. He he converted the M3 into the 75mm gun carrier. Nice. Oh, look at that blob. Isn't that beautiful? And that was the first time actually in the match where I thought, alright, that's quite a decent blob. Maybe I have to prepare for some blob countermeasures. However, yeah, as you can see, there's already the first Panzer IV. I mean, he's having the gun carrier over here, which is quite decent to do with Panther 3, not Panzer IV. However, the Panzer IV, actually, I mean, not just the Panther 3, but all Panzers actually, are quite decent with dealing with blobs. Oh, look at that, oh my god. So, if the Panzer 3 is hitting the blob right in the heart once, then yeah, there's the possibility to two models to kill multiple models at once, or at least deal a huge amount of damage. I love it. Look at that, the blob is not even dealing too much damage to my Panzer Grenadier squad. Interesting, isn't it? So, yeah. Another interesting thing I would like to point out over here is that usually when people are using blobs in a 1 versus 1 matchup, they are losing the map control. And that's exactly what you can see over here. So, I mean, he used close to his entire army over here to fight my one Panzer Grenadier squad, apparently. And this led to a huge loss of map control. I mean, he got the map control earlier, pushed me back. Not completely, but yeah. I mean, he pushed me back, and now, yeah, I got back the map control. 2 victory points, 2 fuel points. That's not even bad. Ammunition point over here. And this is quite a greedy engagement. I mean, it was not the best idea to just engage with one of my Panzer Grenadier squads, even though once they are wetted and got some upgrades, they are a little bit sturdy. I mean, the nice thing about this veteran squad leaders upgrade is that they just don't get the 6th model in their squads, but also, yeah, are a little bit more sturdy. They can take a few more hits and stuff like that, and that is really something I really enjoy to have for my Panzer Grenadiers. Now the gun carrier is engaging. However, we are seeing the anti-tank team over here, which is apparently not focusing the gun carrier. That is a mistake. Okay, we got the cutoff. Interestingly, he went for another bazooka squad. That's an interesting choice, I guess, because, I mean, he's already having so much infantry. Another bazooka squad maybe is a little bit of an overuse of infantry, because, I mean, that's just causing tremendous manpower bleed sooner or later. Yeah, look at the performance of the Panzer Grenadiers against the pirate troopers. Not even bad, right? I mean, they are not worth it at the current state of the game, however. It's nice to see that they are not completely useless as well. And actually they are quite fun to play. Panzer Grenadiers just can... what's the expression? I'm lacking the expression. Yeah. Never mind. Tell you. Try them out, it's fun. That's a bad fight for me, or a bad engagement. I mean, he's standing behind green cover, and even Pathfinders are able to do a little something with that advantage. Alright. I mean, he is having the control of the mid, or the center of the map. Although now he lost one of his MGs. And I think, yeah, that's something. Yeah, that was, I think, the moment during the match where I thought, all right. I mean, yeah, he was using already 2 to 3 blobs of a decent size already in the game. However, if he's not using the blobs, maybe his micro is not good enough for yeah, using the MGs and stuff like that. I mean, at the very same time I lost the squad over here. However, I think that he really needs to rely on the blob, actually. I mean, he is playing an anti-tank gun now, and the gun carrier. He used to play the MG, however it's lost now. which is a little bit micro-consuming, which could be the reason why he used the blob strat, let's say. However, by the way, since I was not even using key units like a sniper, obviously the AK can't deploy a sniper. However, I was using a sniper or like light, early light vehicles, stuff like that. I mean, despite from the 250, but these are sacrificial. As you can see over here, what was it? I guess it was over here. I already salvaged the 250 to get the fuel. That is what I wanted to say. That is the reason why I think it's not a good idea to blob at this very moment. Because blobs are a decent strat in some situations of the game. However, the situations of the game where it's useful to have blobs are when the enemies are playing squishy and important units like snipers or light vehicles, stuff like that. And just if you're not having the appropriate counter in that stage of the game. Small base dive and a wipe over here. And I think this was one of the moments where he's losing track of the situation, actually. Because now he lost his healing, and since... Yeah, so this was the idea over here, to just dive his base real quick to kill the medical station over here, or the field infirmary. Yeah, because I thought, okay, his build is relying on infantry, more or less to 100%, I mean, despite from the gun carriers over here. However, the anti-inf capabilities of his build completely rely on inf as well, so killing the healing capabilities is always a good idea in these situations, I guess. Alright, the Panzer IIIs have to go back. Fortunately, he didn't throw the anti-tank snare over here, which is quite powerful, so the Zook squads are not even weak. Yeah, now the MG is doing a great job for me. Oh, wait a second, did I? Yeah, okay. Switched focus of the MG. That's a good thing. Ooh, Panzer III is living dangerously. Yeah. Go home, little Panzer III. You are already wetted. Let's take a look for the upgrades. So... requires not already upgraded, which means that I'm already having the vehicle salvage package. So my Panzer IIIs are now having more health, or was it more armor? Increases health of all vehicles. Yeah, okay, so more health and the smoke ability. I don't have this upgrade, and also not the tungsten core ammunition. I have this NAS, the veteran squad leaders upgrade, and the vehicle survival package. It's already quite decent for 2 Panzer IIIs and 4 Panzer Grenadiers. Ah, that is back engagement. Sad. Shouldn't have repositioned the ENG like that. Yeah, I mean, now I get his intention of not upgrading the paratroopers with the Zooks, because, yeah, he wanted to use the gun carriers as well as the anti-tank guns for having anti-tank capabilities, which is quite a cool play, I think, actually, because, I mean, yeah, I'm not that a fan of the paratroopers upgrade with the Zooks. I mean, they're still strong against infantry, unfortunately. However, for me it looks like being a little bit a cleaner play to rely on anti-tank guns and the gun carriers, even though they are a little bit buggy at the moment. What's happening over here? Oh, maybe they have to go soon. Oh, He's making use of all the abilities, that's nice. Ooh, maybe this squad could be that actually. Okay, no. It's coming away. That's nice. Okay, and he's pushing for my cutoff again. That's a smart choice. Now the nice map control is gone. Look at the impacts. Impacts on the roof are interesting. Could that be a Y? No. I guess I won't chase this squad back to base, right? Yeah, okay, so this was the situation, as you can hear, where I decided to build a Stuttgart zu Fuß, because I thought, yeah, okay, the mid is highly fortified, and there's these anti-tank guns, and the gun carrier are also vulnerable to Stuttgart zu Fuß fires, and yeah, I think it could be a good idea. Ooh, dangerous! Fortunately, I decided not to fire at this very moment, but to scout a little bit beforehand. Yay! The anti-tank gun decrewed? Oh, look at that. The Stuttgart zu Fuß really is dealing lots of damage against gun carriers. Yeah, okay. That's the next blob forming. However, now we see the US Forces player being surrounded by Panzer Force, infantry, everything. However, fortunately, he's having this fighting position over here in the MG because oh, the nades. Because this stupid MG nest is now pinning me. Ha, too bad. So that was a nice engagement. Ah, nice, and he lost his gun carrier over here. Oh, both gun carriers are dead actually, and he lost his anti-tank gun, so now he's not having any anti-tank capabilities. That's really bad for him now. And we see the next blob coming in. Yeah, kill the anti-tank gun as fast as you can. The Panzer III. It's not even caring for the Panzer III, it's just form a huge blob and run towards the enemy base. I think that's the best strat ever. Or maybe perform a blob retreat when the Stuttgart zu Fuß is firing. Look at that! Oh god. Now he even broke the T4. Because I guess, yeah, to get another anti-tank gun. And I remember this situation because that was one of the situations where I really was laughing and thought, what a game. Oh, look at that huge blob just being eaten for breakfast by the Panzer IIIs. Oh. However, I think that was a situation where I thought, okay, it's GG anyways, let's waste them. Which was not actually that a good idea. Anyways, there is the anti-tank gun, and it's firing at the Panzer III. Oh no! Most likely will die. Oh boy, it's dead. However, I'm having complete map control now. So not too bad. How many kills is this Stuttgart zu Fuß having? 4. Just 4, that's not too much actually. Now the low health and no low model blob is engaging again. Let's see what it can do. It's ignoring the weapons, the bazookas lying around. I am not dodging the nade. The entire game is about to just play completely brain AFK. Ja, Stuka zu Fuß is having some Stuka zu Fuß fun. Yeah, now the blob is crumbling a little bit. I mean, as he lost his healing and lots of manpower due to the punished blobs, yeah, I think... Yeah, it's pretty much GG. I mean, it will be GG. I mean, I know the outcome of the match, however... yeah, for everybody that's struggling with blobs, that's why blobs are not that good, actually. No, I'm taking the Zook, as he is just ignoring it. On the other hand, maybe he didn't want to ignore the Zook, maybe he was just not able to pick it up, because from time to time the Zooks are, or the weapons lying around are a little bit buggy and you can't click on them. That was sad. It was a little bit greedy to use the Stuka zu Fuß at this very moment, because I mean, yeah, the blob was not fighting anything at this very moment, and I should have waited for the anti-tank gun to shoot and kill that with the Stuka zu Fuß. Would have been more useful. How many kills? 8. Friendlies killed. 1. Okay, friendlies killed. 1. Okay. Stuka zu Fuß. Behave. Yeah, and that's the GG. Just wanted to share with you another nice Company of Heroes match with a huge blob. I mean, we saw lots of wastes, like over here and over here. We saw lots of blobs, like over here and over here and over here and everywhere. And yeah, with that, let's say GG, well played, and let's have a good blob-free time in the future. See you.
Till 59.